Hey everybody, how's it going today? My name is John and I am your crypto security advisor. So today I want to talk to you about how to identify scams online and in the crypto space. And so I deal with identifying and investigating scams all the time in my day-to-day job and of course in my personal life as I do my research in cryptocurrency. And there's a number of ways, number of tools, number of processes in place that I do on a regular basis to identify scams and to avoid scams as well. And so we all kind of know what scams are. They're kind of like promising something, but not really. At the end of the day, they're promising, let's say, oh, you're going to get a free bonus, I don't know, cryptocurrency. You're going to get an airdrop. You're going to get some sort of bonus for participating in something. All you got to do is click this link or connect your wallet to this website or provide us your email address or go on and on and on. And you will get some sort of free exclusive thing or product or vacation, as it so may not happen. However, what we can do quite a few things practically to avoid getting scammed. And one of those ways is making sure that we're diligent in how we understand things. So this is, I guess, a bit more of a philosophical point of view, and then I'll bring it more into the practical. So anytime that we are dealing with trust and trusting people or trusting our intuition, we want to make sure that we are trained to do so. So it has been my experience that the more you tell the truth, the more you can rely on yourself to be cautious. The more you can trust your intuition on certain things. Now, I call it intuition or gut feeling or, oh, something doesn't seem right. It's too good to be true. And this is why it's so important that we make sure that we are training ourselves to tell the truth. Now, I'm saying this because oftentimes it is so easy to say white lies or, oh, that didn't happen, or, oh, we're fudging the numbers here and there. But we have to make sure that we are telling the truth 100% of the time, as accurately as possible, regardless of the consequences. Now, that's where I'm going to stop with the philosophical and moral dilemma there. But from there, once we can trust our intuition, then we can move forward and say, hey, you know what? Let's try to understand a few things. Any project, any cryptocurrency project that we want to invest in, we want to do our own research, of course, right? You want to go on the website. You want to make sure you want to look at the founders, who's actually founding this coin. It's called tokenomics of the coin. So how does the coin operate? What kind of ecosystem is involved in it? Is there a strong community? Is there a weak community in it? Has the blockchain or the token been audited by a reputable firm? And the list goes on and on. So once we get all of that, unfortunately, hackers are getting quite sophisticated. And so they'll set all of that up. They know how to do all that security, right? However, that's when we got to take an additional step. We got to do our due diligence even further. And this is where my job comes in, is I look at everything possible with this coin, with the technology behind it. I know exactly how to look at the servers. Where are the servers built? Where is their business hosted? Is there any discrepancies? So for example, I was looking at a scam that started about a year ago, and I was investigating it for like half an hour to an hour, and it seemed as though that there was an issue with the various hosting. So they had servers in one country, yet the business was hosted in another country. And from my experience in cybersecurity, data sovereignty is quite critical in a lot of different companies. And data sovereignty is simply making sure that your data stays within your the nation that you reside in. So for example, I live in Canada, and so data sovereignty requirements would mean that all my data would like to be I would like to host my data all within Canada and nowhere else. So we look at all those data points and we come to the conclusion if the business is legit or not, right? It's ultimately up to you who you want to do business with. I think people often forget that, right? Oftentimes we're sold so many different things. There's so many different advertisements coming our way. However, at the end of the day, we still have the choice to do business with someone or not. And so practically speaking, I want to bring you to one tool that I use. I use like 24 tools, but this is one that I think is pretty useful for the everyday person if you're just doing your own research. So I will share my screen here. And so this website is called Virus Total. And so I use this anytime I want to look at any sort of malicious file or potentially malicious file, as well as also looking for URLs. And so at the risk of at the risk of having my website come up, we are going to go like this. We are going to scan a URL. So let's go. Oh my goodness. It's hard to type when you're recording. So just give me a moment here. Okay, so if I spelt everything right, that is my website. I hit go, and as you can see, the website is scanning my website for any anomalies, any malicious activity, and any malware. Now, this could take 30 seconds, it could take a minute, it could take up to 5 minutes. It all depends on what it finds. And so, oh my goodness, look at this. So it's not embarrassing because I will tell you why this is. So one security vendor flagged this URL as malicious. And so this website goes through all of these different checks from all of these different malware or anti-malware and phishing databases, right? And so they'll scan, they'll say that's clean, it's not clean. And unfortunately, there is one in particular that has decided to flag my website as malicious. Now, it says criminal IP. And I did this before, and the reason for this is because I have the word crypto in it. And when I tried to set up my domain or my website, I actually had to jump through a lot of hoops just simply because my website had crypto, the word crypto in it. That's it. And so now the hosting provider that I went through and the various regulations in my country, unfortunately, you have to sign off on quite a few things. So unfortunately, this was the case. I can't really get this off, but my website is actually safe to use. Don't worry about it. But this is one great tool that we can use. So anytime you are a little concerned about a website, you can type it in here and you can do a basic check. Now, a basic check is not going to catch everything, right? We want to continue to make sure we do our due diligence and making sure that, okay, is this a good company or a bad company? Because at the end of the day, no one knows 100% certain whether a company is legit or not. We can only go on a risk-based approach. So for example, you guys know me, I have a YouTube channel. I'm trying to improve this every day. And so the chances of this being a very malicious website, well, that's up for you to decide. So anyways, that is all for this video, and I hope this was useful. Anyways, I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.